In military matters, the ancient Chinese held that a good general forces the enemy to exhaust himself and waits for the right opportunity to attack, using the circumstances to his advantage while doing as little as possible. This is in contrast to the Western idea of trying to achieve some predefined objective with overwhelming effort and force. Bill Gates, who originally made the Think Week famous, for many years while running Microsoft, Gates would retreat into week-long Think Weeks twice a year. Not vacations, but actual periods of time dedicated to doing nothing. Gates was so adamant about his Think Weeks that family, friends, and Microsoft employees were banned. Today, Gates attributes much of Microsoft's success to the big ideas and concepts he stumbled upon while doing nothing. In short, many of the greatest ideas in history may not be the result of arduous, persistent labor, rather sudden flashes of insight or aha moments. But stopping the cycle of busyness can be challenging in a culture that prizes getting things done, so I recommend taking a slightly different approach, embracing the digital Sabbath. On either Saturday or Sunday, force yourself to step away from all forms of technology, a practice known as a digital Sabbath. Shut off your smartphone and hide it in your closet. Power down the laptop and slide it under your bed. And try with all your might to refrain from binge-watching Netflix. Give your brain space to think by stepping away from the daily grind and doing nothing. Your mind will have time to stumble upon new ideas and further process old ones. While we tell ourselves we can achieve more by scrambling, sometimes it's better to close our eyes and just float. Our brain, much like an airplane, has an autopilot, which we enter when resting and relinquishing manual control. The autopilot knows where you really want to go and what you really want to do. But the only way to find out what your autopilot knows is to stop flying the plane and let your autopilot guide you. Just as pilots become dangerously fatigued while flying airplanes manually, all of us need to take a break and let our autopilots fly our planes more of the time. Start by doing nothing while you are waiting in line, at the doctor's office, on a bus, or for a plane. Wait without reading a newspaper or magazine, without talking on the phone, without checking your email, without writing out your to-do list, without doing any work, without worrying about what you need to do later. Wait and do nothing. Let it play out like fishing. And true, there is a purpose in mind, catching a fish. And true, angling involves all manner of hooks, lines, and baits, and there is a certain amount of activity required in getting to the place where one is to fish. But the real meat of fishing, what lies at its heart, is surely perfect stillness and inactivity. It is about being quiet, immobile. It is about waiting. It is about being and nothingness. It is for philosophers and poets. In fact, it is philosophy and poetry, affording hours of quietly inspiring contemplation punctuated by occasional moments of exciting action. The water has a mesmerizing effect, and catching a fish isn't what matters. The real purpose is to enjoy the time and concentrate on simply being. Life should be about doing what we want to rather than what we have to, and mastering it is a lifetime study. But we all get there in the end, because death eventually brings total idleness.